Hello, everyone. Yeah, can we quickly give it up again for the 500 dono? Like, that was huge. Come on. Yeah. All right. Did you know Risk of Rain 2 had a prequel? Yeah, crazy, I know. We'll get right into it. So I'll be playing online and I'll zoom out because that's strats that I'll get into as we start. But before we start, I have to choose my difficulty. So right now it's on medium. Do tell me if we're playing hard.
I'm refreshing as fast as I can.
Yeah.
I am hoping. Oh my God, are we going to be $13 short?
We better not be $13 short.
No, it's $113 short. Are we $113 short?
That's a bit more understandable.
I think we're $113 short.
All right, well, guess we're playing on medium. Oh well. I guess I'll just get started. So 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome, we're starting with the forest. So this is a roguelike, as you might or might not know. And as with many roguelike speedruns, we're just gonna have to reset a bit. Yeah, I got a bad map at the start, so I reset once. You saw the nice reset script that we have running. And yeah, so Risk of Rain, the first one, there's a lot of similarities with the second game, which most people are probably more familiar with. But there's some pretty big differences. Just like in 2, we have artifacts. So we're playing any percent, of course, anything goes. So we're going to be making pretty heavy use of artifacts. I want this. Yeah, so one artifact is command, which of course lets me pick my items, you could see, which makes this run like any fun at all, because without it, it's so random. Like you'd be resetting for one specific item. By the way, hidden ladder here. Not many people know about it. Yeah, so mostly I'm looking for an equipment or a use item. That's the big thing for playing the run. Unlucky. Yeah, other artifacts include glass, which makes me deal 500% damage but only have 10% health. So I'm basically a massive glass cannon. So hope I don't die, lol.
Hey, Rhythm.
Yeah?
You said you didn't much like this spawn, right?
No, this isn't too great. I would
Okay.
really prefer to reset, actually.
Well, what if I told you that we just got a $118 donation?
And it goes towards...
Upgrading the Risk of Rain any percent to the highest difficulty.
All right, well, there we go.
So let's just pretend that didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So let's say thank you very much to Zack Attack for that $118. We also got $20 in from Arrow190 that just says, I just want to give Rethink a hard time. And we also got another $15 in from Crackseed Daniel that says, make Risk of Rain brutal.
Heck yeah.
So thank you very much for those. I would say last minute. I would say those are over the last minute donations. But you know what? We're going to make it happen. So here you are. Rhythm, have fun with the hardest difficulty.
Thank you. Yeah. Now we're on Monsoon. Most of what I said still applies. We're still playing Artifact. Oh my god, the spawn is terrible. Marathon luck, of course. Yeah, so command lets me pick up my items, or pick my items instead of them being random, which means that we pretty much have like a couple predetermined builds that we go for in speedruns. I'm going to go for what's called the attack speed, which is the most consistent one. It's also the slowest of the fast ones. Oh, that's fantastic. It's not, by the way. That was a big fat lie, but surely this is a green? Okay. Yeah, the first item you really want to get is Smart Shopper. Extra gold means you get to loot everything, pretty much, which is really important because you need a bunch of items to succeed. And yeah, most of the builds are mainly focused around the final stage because that's the only consistent thing in this run. So you want to optimize that, of course. So we're getting mostly we got the Smart Shopper as our green, and then we're getting some vertical movement. So we're getting a couple Hobu feathers. The equipment I mentioned the most important part of this run. We just got it, so that's pretty hype. That can just not drop, and normally it's a reset, but on a marathon it's kind of hard to reset after like 2 minutes of looting the stage. So I'm glad in the end that I got it. Yeah, so the amethyst allows me to do something called speed glitch, which is pretty fast, as you might imagine from the name. I'll also zoom in just for your viewing pleasure. So Bandit's third ability gives him a little bit of speed for like a duration, and then the effect wears off and the speed goes away. However, if I use the amethyst, which just resets my cooldowns, I can use the ability again, so I have twice the speed, and then the effect goes away once, so I get to just keep the extra speed forever. So I'll be going pretty fast by the end of this run, because every time you hear that, that's me stacking extra speed. But yeah, for the items, again, getting some... ooh, that was close. Getting some vertical mobility for the final stage mainly, and just for stage exploration. As for the white items, the basics, I'm pretty much just stacking attack speed, as the build name might imply. I got a firework because it helps clear stages, because it's just like missiles that home in on enemies and I don't have to go kill them. I also got a red, which are the legendary items, the rarest tier. And I got the ceremonial dagger, which is basically a firework, but it works on killing an enemy instead of on opening a chest, which is really good for clearing stages. Technically not required. Technically that one's like a safety play, because in this game, unlike Roar 2, you have to kill all the enemies on the stage before you can leave. In Roar 2 you can just go once the teleporter charges. In this game, not so much. You have to be a bit more wary of the spawning of enemies. And yeah, as you might notice also, unlike Roar 2, we're able to go around and loot everything on the stages while the TP is active. We don't have to stay inside the zone, which really makes this run so much more fun, because the Roar 2 run is kind of just sitting in the TP for like 7 minutes, and then you get to do the final stage and then you're done. In this run you're always doing something, because you always want more loot, so that you can, win the game, be faster. Yeah. Other reds will just be damage items. It will be to deal with the final boss faster. Yeah, I'm gonna also be resetting my cooldowns with the fourth ability, Lights Out. That one, if you play Roar 2, you might know of. Yeah, and that's stage 2 done. Also the zooming. Yeah, so normally we play with more of a zoom out, but this game is kind of glitchy, and the visuals on this PC aren't great, so I'm playing in the lower resolution, and so with lower max zoom out, just for being able to actually see what's going on, not having like a flash every time you switch zoom. But of course zooming out lets me see more of the stage, so I can find the teleporter faster. But then I'll zoom in at the end of every level, because at the end of each stage my XP or my gold gets transferred into experience. But that experience appears in the top left of the screen. So by zooming in, it appears closer to me, which means it gets to me faster, which means I leave the level faster. So it's a tiny optimization, but I try to do it whenever possible. Yeah. That's pretty much the basics. We got speed glitch, we got covered the item build. Oh, the version. That's also kind of important. Okay, I'm good on mobility. I can now start grabbing missiles. Yeah, so the patch we play on is not the most up-to-date patch. In fact, it's, I think, like one of the later ones. Anyway, it's a really broken patch. It's really busted. On this patch, Providence's shield just doesn't work. So Providence, the final boss, normally is supposed to enter this shield phase where he takes 1 damage from any attack, pretty much, except like crits deal 2, I think. And that phase lasts like some amount of time, which makes the fight a lot longer. On this patch, that just doesn't work. Like the shield symbol shows up and he takes full damage, which is great. Yeah, and it's also the patch that has artifacts and everything, so it's just the fastest. The problems with it is it's really unstable, this patch. It's just like it tends to crash, so you know, fingers crossed that doesn't happen. There's an avoidable crash, which I've been avoiding so far pretty well. I hope I'm not blind and it's here. Okay, good. Yeah, there's an avoidable crash that shouldn't happen, and then it tends to crash on resets in my experience, which I'm not resetting anymore, so that's should be handled. And yeah, hopefully, knock on wood, we should be fine. So this is stage 4, I believe. Yes, maybe. So we're getting close. There's 5 normal stages and then the final stage just like in War 2. Get the artifact of command for fun, you know. Yeah, getting a couple more missiles. Right now I'm looking for another equipment because I've got good enough speed. Oh, wow. I think you grab rockets and more attack speed. I'll grab another firework now. Yeah. So there's gonna... Oh, there's my equipment. I didn't even see that. Nice. Yeah, so we'll be here another minute. I'm gonna grab a key from this box. I'll keep stacking speed for now, but I'll grab it before leaving the level, just so I have a key. The key will be useful for opening a box. So the key, to the Risk of Rain 2 players who don't know, opens all chests on screen. It's an equipment. Yeah, so I'll be using that for the final stage, because it usually has a legendary chest, which gives me a guaranteed red item, which is pretty nice. And for the final stage, for something you'll see later. Yeah, I'm also grabbing these missiles for more damage. They work really nicely with the increased attack speed. Anyway, grab the key and hopefully leave onto the final level. I'm getting money trailed so bad here. Oh, and a rogue spawn, nice. Another reason to zoom in is flying enemies spawn at the border of your screen, so having them closer to you is also good. Nice! The teleport isn't here, even though it totally looks like it should be. At least it should be guaranteed in a decent spot. Yes. Okay. So there will be a lot going on the final level. So I might as well start explaining now, maybe after a couple of dono reads, because we've got 2 minutes to kill.
Well, that's perfect, because we've got 2 donations. We've got $5 coming in from John of Rain. You say John of Rain here. We need to figure out who this John person is. Dear crowd, if you are not John, please raise your hand.
Everyone is John?
It's Hubbard! No. And then we've also got $10 coming in from Princess Neko Cakes. All they say is, meow.
True.
Well, thank you, meow.
Very true. Yeah. Thank you for all the donations in this event. They've been great fun. Yeah, got another minute. So, on the final level, first thing to know is that I will be doing something called box strat or box glitch. So whenever you teleport out, the moment you teleport, you get control taken away from you, which also happens when you enter a box menu. So if you enter a box menu, teleport out, and then close the box menu, you get control back when you're not supposed to have it during the like half a second that's left in the level. So I'll do that, and I'll get on the ladder. Hopefully, because this spot isn't great for it. Like it's kind of tight, but I should be able to make it. I might actually zoom out to like XP trail myself a little bit to have more time to do it. But yeah, so I'll do that, and then I'll be on a fake ladder on the next level, when you tap down on this patch, when you're on a ladder that doesn't exist, when you're on a fake ladder, you get teleported up until you find another ladder, or in my case, there will be no ladder. So I'll just be going up to the top of the screen, which puts me at the top of the final level, which I would like. You'll see that right now. Nice, got it. And now I'll be going out of bounds and grab this ladder. Okay, so what happened there is I was out of the level. When you're out of the level, you get teleported to like a default location at the bottom left. But I was holding up, which meant as I was moving to the bottom left, I grabbed the ladder on the way, and then I pressed down also to teleport up to the arena. And now I'm gonna activate my key and have all the fireworks kill Providence, and that is time. Did I hit it? I think I hit it. All right. Underestimate despite the resets. That's and despite Monsoon. That's pretty surprising, honestly. Yeah, that was Risk of Rain. Honestly, a really fun run, really fun game. I really like it. All you Risk of Rain 2 players, play Risk of Rain 1. Get to experience it before it turns. Also, hype for Risk of Rain Returns. Holy crap, I can't believe it's getting an actual remaster / remix, whatever. Yeah, really cool. Shout outs to the Risk of Rain 1 community. You know, all the old guys, all the newer people. Anshro, Skaz, Uzi, Lach. Lach. Honestly, never said it out loud, I don't think. Yeah, shout outs to all of you. Also, from the Roar 2 side, especially shout outs to the Risk of Resources guys who have been hosting hardest difficulty races like every week. It's really cool to watch. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Yeah, if you want to get into Roar speedrunning 1 or 2, we have a Discord. It's linked on both the leaderboards. Yeah, we'd love to have you. And that's it from me. Shout out to SpeedFam.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, Rhythm. I am just over the moon that we actually made that incentive, you know, beyond the last minute. But we made it. We made it, and it was amazing. Thank you so very much. Before I let you go, we've got 2 quick donations. We've got $25 from Ken with no comment. And we've got $5 in from Sajiki, who says, "Hello, everyone. Old man in the crowd here. Are there any astronomers in here that could help me out with a telescope? Thank you very much." And thank you. We will be back after a brief intermission with Dusler playing Thrasher Presents Skate and Destroy. See you soon.